Hello, everybody. What I'm going to do with what's on the screen currently is just try to walk you through the activity for today. It is another activity dealing with linking verbs. And as you can see from the instructions here, the first activity is pretty easy. It's just about identifying verbs as being action or linking, which should be pretty simple based on this first activity. But the second is actually using some of the tricky words where they can be seen as sometimes an action verb, other times a linking verb, and in some cases, if written incorrectly, they could be used as a noun. So to walk you through this real quick, I'm just walking through the Google Classroom post right here. But the first one says linking front side. This one pretty much speaks for itself. It gives you, again, a little bit of an intro about what action verbs do versus linking. They also give you the reminder here that very common linking verbs are words like am, is, are, was, and were. And as the instructions say, the underlying word is the focus, and you have to read the underlying word in context of the sentence and determine if it is an action or a linking verb. So that is what gets written over to the side, or that's, I guess, what goes with the number if you're just going to number a Google document or something like that. So basically, for number one, if you're looking at the underlying word, you answer whether it's being used as an action or a linking over here. Okay, that one should not be too difficult. There's only a few of them that might be seen as somewhat difficult, but I think that one should be pretty easy. The other one, which looks easier but actually takes more effort, is the sentence part. I put that it's the back because in class we're doing it on the back side here. But it deals with those words that if you look at them real closely here, they can be used as both an action and a linking. So I have an A and an L next to every one of these. And what your job is on this side is to write a total of 10 sentences. 5 of them, of course, are going to be using these words in the action format, and the other 5 are using those same words as a linking format. Now, the big question is, can you change the word in any way for it to fit your sentence? You can, but don't go too far. So can appear be appeared or appears? Yes. Can you change appear to like appearance? No. And that goes for a lot of these other words like feel versus felt versus feelings. There's differences that we don't want to go too far. Okay, but here's the basic premise. What you're going to do is you're going to write a sentence, for example, using appear as an action verb. And then you're also going to make a sentence where you use the same word or close to the same word, the base of appear, for a linking. Now, for one of these, I'll just give you all an example, but I don't want to give too much away because I want you to really think about it. But the one we used in class is taste. Okay, the one we used in class was taste because taste can actually be written as a noun as well. So I'll give you guys examples of each one. The action verb is where the subject of the sentence is actually doing the thing mentioned as the verb. So if you wrote a sentence like, I will taste the pie, then that's the subject, you being the subject, and you are doing the actual tasting, which is the actual verb. So I will taste the pie is an action verb sentence. Now, if I do the linking verb form of taste and I said the pie tasted bad or the pie tastes delicious, in either one of those cases, taste is going to be a linking verb because you're talking about the pie being the subject of the sentence. So, quite literally, is the pie tasting anything? No. Okay, the pie is not doing the tasting. Of course, you would be doing it in that case. But because pie is the subject of the sentence, and you're saying the pie tastes terrible, or pie tasted terrible, or delicious, or whatever, then you have a linking verb. Okay, now the example that we gave in class was if you write a sentence that says something along the lines of the pie left a bad taste in my mouth, that's a whole different situation because now you're talking about nouns versus action or linking. Okay, So again, for this part of the assignment, you're looking at each one of these kind of combination words. Again, can you change grow to grows or grew? Yes. Okay. As long as you guys don't go too far. But you really have to watch it again because you want to make sure that the action is actually something that is being done by the subject of the sentence. Okay. Look is another one that if you're physically looking at something, that's probably an action. If you're talking about how something looks or how somebody looks, then that's probably a descriptive or in this case, a linking version. Okay. So again, to go back to the announcement here, as you guys can tell, I'm looking for both parts of this to be completed. Again, the front part seems to be pretty easy for most people. It's kind of our introduction when we did this in class. And the back part is you actually trying to apply it with a little bit of some of the more tricky words. Okay. So as always, if you get all these completed, you want to submit them to me either in a Google Doc or just some of y'all have been sending me just an image of a piece of filler paper, which is perfectly fine. Again, with both of these, they're pretty much related to action versus linking. So if you're getting the concept, it should be pretty simple. However, if you're not, if you're really having trouble, especially with trying to figure out how to use them as a linking, definitely contact me before you submit because I don't want you to do 10 sentences, for example, incorrectly. So either way, if you have a lot of questions, feel free to contact me before you end up submitting your answers. And as always, I hope you all are doing well out there, and I'll talk to you very soon. All right. Bye bye.